Hi, you guys. I'm going to do some moves for you. This is designed for seniors with back pain, knee pain. I'm going to concentrate on your thorax and your pelvis and your hips. Okay, there's going to be 5 moves. Just kind of pay attention closely because every little bitty thing counts. This first move I'm going to do is called arm circles. Okay, what I want you to do with your hands is I want you to put your hands into a golfer's grip. Okay, and I want this. Get your hands as best you can in a golfer's grip. I want you to stand back, feet, shoulders width apart, knees are soft, slightly bent. I want to go ahead and take my shoulder blades and I want to squeeze them together and go down. And as I obtain this position, I want to come straight out with my arms as high as you can. If you can only come this high, fine. Okay? You guys can only come this high, that's fine. Come as high as you can. You'll notice my shoulder is, I have a bad shoulder. We want to go ahead and go forward with small circles. So you want to go ahead and keep your tummy tucked. You want to go around and you want to start off with not a whole lot. You want to eventually get up to 40 reps. But for today, I'm just going to show you the move. So now you notice how it's important to keep your shoulder blades pinched back. So my arms are pretty much not forward, okay, back. And the circles are going forward. All right. So you want to go ahead and do about 20 of those. You should do them until you get tired and then stop. And then want to go ahead and continue with the same move. Same thing with your hands. You want to go ahead and pinch your shoulder blades back tight. This time I want you to turn your thumbs out. Now when you bring your arms up, have your thumbs pointing back. And that's going to be the same direction. You're going to go with your circles with your shoulder blades pinched back. You do about, when you first start doing this, you're going to get, it looks easy. You want to get up to about 40 reps, okay? You want to stay as straight as you can, which for me is a chore. I have a bad shoulder. So if you can only come up so far, just come up so far. Keep your shoulder blades back, and your circles should be going the other way now, okay? That's move number 1. Go ahead and shake that out. The next move I'm going to show you is going to be the runner's stretch. And this, again, this is modified. I'm not going to do this on the floor. I'm going to do it off the chair, okay? So first I'm going to show it to you from the side, and then I'm going to turn around and show it to you from the front, okay? What I want you to do is, I want you to get a hold of the chair. Let's start up high, okay? Let's start up high. You just get a hold of the chair. And you want to go ahead and put your right foot forward and your left foot right in back of your right foot to where you're like on a tightrope. And then you're going to come down with your left knee as far as you can and come right to the back of your heel. So now I'm lined up, my feet are lined up in a straight line. Now what I want you to do is think about your alignment with your hips and your back. And then I want you to go ahead and come up into a stretch, okay? And I want you to go ahead and when you're in this stretch, get your back heel on the ground, okay? And then you want to go ahead and come on back down. Now, here's the deal. You want to keep your hips lined up straight, shoulders lined up straight. You get better at this And I'll show you how we can change it. That's one way. Want to change legs? I want to put your left foot forward, your right foot behind your left foot. I want you to come down. I want to get straightened out like you're on a tightrope. I want to bring this knee down to the back of your heel. Get yourself lined out, hips and shoulders straight. And then I want you to come up straight and stretch, okay? So I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about maybe not even being able to get all the way to the ground. If that's the case, I want you to go ahead and stay as lined up as you can, go halfway and come back, all right? As you get better, we go lower, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and go lower. I'm going to put my hands on the chair, line my feet up the same way, okay? So I'm going to show you from the front how it looks. So now if you're looking at me from the front, one foot's in front of the other, like so. Now the space between my legs, okay, is about like this. You want to go ahead and get a hold of this. Come on down a little lower if you can. And then you want to bring this knee down to that foot like I showed you just a minute ago. Now, these hips, okay, you go ahead and have knee pain, you have ankle pain, back pain. When you come down like this and you see yourself off to one side, we have a disparity that we want to fix. Fixing these disparities will get you out of pain, okay? And what I mean by that is I mean knees, hips, back, neck. Today is thorax and hips. Hands straight, hips straight, lined up with my shoulders, straight up. And now stretch. Hold this for a minute. Come on back down. This is a modified runner's stretch, okay? Now, I'm going to come up, stretch. I want to change the legs, okay? So now, my left foot's in front, like I'm going to walk on a tightrope, right? Now, this knee I'm going to bring down to the back of this heel, meaning I'm going to go ahead and hang on here, or here, and I'm going to come down and put that knee right behind that foot. My right knee is touching my left heel, okay? From the side I showed you, what I want to do is I've changed feet now. Look at my hips. They're not really straight as they should be, okay? You want to go ahead and see what you're doing with your hips and your shoulders and stay lined up. We want to go ahead and come up and stretch. Now you want to go ahead and get that back heel on the floor and see if you can't straighten out both legs. If you can't straighten out both legs, come on up a little higher. You can always work from a higher point. Come back down. Okay? This is a very, very modified runner stretch. So this is the way I started, okay? Real quick, I'll show you guys what I'm working on currently. This is on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and go as best I can here. And notice my hips, okay? So now my hips aren't as straight as they should be. You want to go ahead and stay as straight as you can. Hips, shoulders. This is what's going to fix your hip and knee and back disparities. Put my hands on the ground, okay? Now, like track, I'm coming up. I want to go ahead and see if I can't keep that back leg straight, get that back heel on the ground, and stay as lined up as I can, okay? Good. Only do what you can do. Don't force yourself to do something that you can't do. If you guys have any questions, my email just email me with questions. I'll go ahead and help you out. That's the runner stretch. This next one, what I want to do is, I'm going to show you from an angle. I'm going to take the chair here. Now I'm going to put a pillow on this chair, and I have my step stool here. Everything I use here is from the house. My step stool. I got water bottles. These are 2 pounds. Okay. I got 1 pound. All right. I got 5 pounds. You can use everything I show you. You can use in the house. You can do this stuff in the house. You don't have to spend any money buying things. I want to go ahead and get this stool where I'm going to do a quad stretch. So you want to hang on to your stool, and I want to get this leg back. Okay, I'm going to show you from the front. All right, so I'm going to set this up so that I'm bringing my thigh, my foot back onto the pillow, and I'm holding on here. Okay, not difficult to do. You just got to get a feel for it. And I'm stretching this leg. That's it. Now, it looks easy, right? If your foot cramps up like that, you're going to have to let go. While that's cramping up, I'll change legs here. And I'm just stretching that quad. Now, looks easy. I'm just stretching the quad, but notice this, okay? If you're going like this or like this, you have something that we should be working on. I want to go ahead and be your hips and your shoulders lining straight up. So before people lift weights and do heavy type things, swing golf clubs, lift weights, you should really get an understanding of your center of gravity for one thing. So I'm going to go ahead and push you a little bit. We're just going to come down on that leg a little bit. Back straight. Okay, no bending over, right? Back straight. Right. Now I'm staying as straight as I can up and down. I'm going to change legs. I'm not going to get into a long period of time, but you should do about a minute for beginners. Do a minute on each leg. So notice how I put my leg back. Look what happened to my hip. It went out. It went out to one side because I wasn't thinking about it. So what I want to do, if we can get a mirror, that's great. See how high my shoulder is? That's a disparity in my body because I have been compensating for pain. Okay? So over time, your body compensates for pain. You do little things. You walk like this, you walk like that, and the reason why you're doing that is because something hurts, okay? So anyway, straight we go. I'm going to concentrate on keeping myself straight. If you do this with your partner, he or she can watch you. And I'm just, this is supposed to be just a quad stretch, right? Looks easy. Back is straight. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and test myself a little bit, see how I'm going to one side. Okay, you want to stay straight. Don't have to go very far, inch, 2 inches. Okay, straight up and down. I want to try to keep my shoulders straight and my hips straight. Quite the chore, all right? So you want to go ahead and push yourself a little bit to where you kind of get a feel for that. Should be easy enough for most to get into this position. That's the quad stretch. Standing quad stretch, okay? What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 moves. Next, I don't want to make this a real long. You guys can make it as long as you want. You can pause it, do as many as you want. I'm going to go ahead and do, what do we call this? We call this the air bench, okay? Egoscue Clinic calls this the air bench. We're going to go ahead and I'll put my back against the wall, okay? Now, if you don't have, just get somewhere where you have a wall. I kind of pull my belt down below my sacrum so I can get my back flat on the wall. Feet are shoulders width apart, hips are lined up straight. I'm going to come down the wall to where my feet stay straight. This angle right here is not a 90. It's about 110. I'm not all the way down. Okay, my feet are in front of my knees. I can look down and I'm scooching my feet so that they're in front of my knees. That way you won't hurt your knees so bad if you've got bad knees like me. Now, hands can be either here hanging or here on your thighs. And what I want you to do is drive off your heels and drive your lower back into the wall, okay? In the beginning, it's difficult, and the goal is to get up to a full minute. You get really good at it, 2 minutes. Right now, I just want to show you the move. Pushing off my heels, pushing my lower back into the wall, okay? And that's the air bench. So that's 5 moves. Doesn't take long. It's going to make a big difference in how your knees, hips, and back feel. So hopefully, you guys, if you have any questions, I train clients right here online. I have about 8, 9 clients now. I train people, and if you guys are interested, let me know. Send me an email, or if you have any questions, I'll fix stuff for you, anything, and I'll take it from there. You guys have a good day. Bye.